So this particular boss, this is like the first boss, and it's one in which I had a real problem with at one point, trying to figure out what I was really trying to do with it. I couldn't figure this boss out for a crab boss thing. The Queen Bismuth Oreback crab boss. This thing drove me nuts for a little while. Apparently, I just didn't have my gear set right. I would recommend trying to get a fair amount of fire res on your character before you try this boss. Just because it helps out with the stamina regen, which makes it a lot easier to deal with. I personally am using Crow's Pursuit and Autor's Orb on a two-hander. That's one away from being maxed out because I don't have, whatever you want to call it, the scale there. I don't have that thing. Assyrian's scale. I don't have one of those. I'm not really sure where to get that yet. I haven't gotten that far in the game. But I've also decided to upgrade this knife to see if this will do more damage. I don't know how many phases you have to do with this. I'm hoping by maxing out the knife, it'll make it a lot fewer phases, because this boss, even when you know the mechanic, is still extremely annoying. With how this game does it, it's just very irritating. It's also kind of buggy, the way that they have it set up. So to be able to find this bad boy, it is here. Just south of the Forebearers Barrens. You need to do this particular quest, as I had shown earlier, the Radiant Crystal, the Queen Bismuth Oreback Crab, and then you have to go up and clear off the solar panels, whatever, for this Dying Well quest. A little city that's over here somewhere? I forget, but whatever. Anyway, and so yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this going. I would also recommend making sure you have some decent food items and possibly like a decent stam item. Go ahead and start this thing. It's really annoying. If you jump up though, and then you use your force palm to like attack down, it'll break those. Let me go into the photo mode. It'll break open those little veins right there, like the little weak spots for the boss. Those three that shoot like little geysers out. You want to use those when you latch onto it to then stab it with your dagger, and then that'll do a bunch of damage. You have to like click left, and then you hold down on it. You gotta like reposition because it's annoying, but whatever. And then you take your dagger out, and you stab it, and you pull it. As you notice, it does a ton of damage when you do that. He will also shoot you into orbit when he does that, so that's something that you have to kind of watch for. And if you can actually get the game to want to work right, which right now it's not wanting to work right. Hey guy, playing, thank you. Okay, now it's working. So yeah, and then, that did not want to work right. So you just want to like repeat doing that, clinging to him, and then stabbing motion, which if he's doing that on repeat though, there is a way to get him to stop doing that. You just attack his feet until you get his stagger. Wow, I died right there. You just get him to stagger. That's what the yellow bar below his health bar is. It's the stagger meter. He'll get stunned, and then he'll lay on the ground, and he won't actually be moving around when you get that to happen. Sometimes he'll like one hit you though, and you have to do the revive. If you have it on normal mode, you can only revive like once per boss fight, I guess. So you really want to make sure your health is kind of tapped off, because if you die while you're under him, it's really annoying. So you have to restart. But so, fling, grab. He's gonna slam. I want to stay on this. So he's done doing that. Now we can stab him. Let him slam, and then finish the stab. Eventually. There we go. So now that's going. Then we can move over to this other one. Then we can stab it. Again. Do that. Okay, whatever. So. Once you get him into the red, you just have to break that pot on his back. That's pretty much all there is to it once you get him into the red. Oh boy. And then he's dead. There you go. Real quick, easy. Not a very hard boss. Once you actually know the mechanic. This is very annoying. I think it's kind of goofy, but whatever. So yeah, you just kind of go into this. Move your joystick around, and then you get this thing going. Then you clean off all these panels with the wind, which realistically doesn't make much sense. Because the wind is what got them dirty in the first place, but that's okay. And once you get that going, that'll end up clearing that up. You gotta get these other two up here. You gotta start the stupid wind thing all over again. Alright, so that's done. There you go.